Hey everyone, so in today's video, I'm going to show you how to go through your YouTube analytics and interpret what all this data means. I've been doing YouTube for many years. I run a few different channels, and I'd say that I'm a complete nerd when it comes to all the analytics that YouTube gives us, because it's going to help you understand how your videos are performing, who your audience is, and the different things that you can actually improve on. So without further ado, I'll take you guys through my YouTube studio for this particular channel. So here it is. You guys can see that I'm in the analytics bar right here. That's going to be where you find all this information. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to come to the overview tab, which is going to be selected by default. The first thing you see is your channel got X views in the past 28 days. So YouTube really loves the past 28 days. A lot of the data is based on that. And coming down here, you can see some more specific information about the number of views your channel gets and the performance. So first you have the view count, and you can see that this channel has generated 7.3 thousand views in the last 28 days, which you guys can see up here. If you do want to change the time frame, you guys can click on this. You guys can select last 7 days, last 90 days, last 365 days, lifetime, and so on. You can also do it by the certain month, but for now, I'm just going to keep it at the last 28 days. So with those 7.3 thousand views in the last 28 days, you guys can actually see how many views in particular were on each day, and you can see when you actually posted different videos. So you guys can come down here. It's going to say I posted this video on that day right here, and it'll just give you sort of like an overall timeline of your posting schedule. Optimally, if you want to grow a YouTube channel, you want this to be very consistent. You want these to be very spread out as well as frequent. And yeah, it's cool because you can sort of see the trends of your view count per day, and that sort of shows the direction in which your channel is going. If I click here on watch time, this channel had 582.3 hours of watch time in the last 28 days. And it's also going to compare this to your past performance. So you guys can see this is 182.3 more hours than usual. Same thing here with the views as well as the subscribers. And once you click on this, it's going to show you instead the hours of watch time per day. Then I'll click on subscribers right here. It's going to show you the amount of new subscribers you're getting each day. So you guys can see like 7, 10, whatever, some days 0, whatever, 1, and you guys can see when there is a particular spike in your subscriber growth. So you guys can see, all right, I gained 35 new subscribers on this day. Maybe it was something to do with this video that I made. But yeah, you can sort of, correlate all the data with any other data that you see and think maybe that was what caused that. Over here, you have your total subscriber count, right? And you can actually see the live count by pressing on this. It's also going to show you your channel growth in the last 28 days. So this is pretty cool. It's going to show you the views in the last 48 hours. So this is something I look at a lot. Every single hour, you can see how many views this channel is generating. And it's also going to show you the top 3 videos in terms of views for this time frame. Let's say I want to change it to last 7 days. It's going to be the same thing, but it's just going to be more zoomed in a little bit, but it's just going to be a little bit more zoomed in. So I'll go back to 28 days here. Here's going to show you your top content in this time period. So last 28 days, these are my top videos on this channel. You can see the top one is this one about faceless YouTube channels. It's going to show you your average view duration. So this is basically the average time spent watching this video. And of course, higher is better, as well as the view count for that time period. So as you can see, YouTube really likes to show content that gets more views and also more view duration. So you can see these top videos are generally going to have a higher average view duration than the videos that are a little bit lower. Just because YouTube is going to be like, okay, people really enjoy this video. They're going to watch this video longer. Hence, we're going to push this video out more and it's going to get more views. If you want to see the performance of all your videos and compare them to each other, you guys can actually come here and click see more. I know this is a little bit confusing at first, but you guys can actually filter by all these different things. So if we have it on content, we have it on the last 28 days, it's going to show you the views for all of these different videos. And I can come here and look at it in this table format if you want. Really focus on average view duration, which we want as high as possible, as well as average percentage viewed. This is maybe a bit less important than average view duration, and that's why I always encourage people to make longer videos. Let's say I want to compare this and this. It's just going to show these two, so I can sort of compare 2 different videos and their performance. I can uncheck these 2. I can select different videos, like let's say this and this one. So it's going to show me the view count for those 2 videos. Of course, I can look at other things like traffic source. So you can see a majority of the views on this channel are going to be coming from YouTube search. This is very interesting for you guys to check out because your traffic source really depends on the types of videos that you're making. So of course, if you're making more SEO style searchable videos, this one should be the highest. Or if you're doing more news and like trendy videos, then maybe YouTube search is going to be less and more will come from browse features and suggested videos. We can also look at geography. We can look at cities, viewer age. Really, YouTube gives us so much data about the viewership of our channel, and it's just really important for you guys to sort of go through your YouTube studio every once in a while, understand where your views are coming from, what videos are doing well, try and correlate those better performing videos with something you did in that particular video to make it perform better, and just really double down on things that are working and double down on not doing things that are not working. For example, you guys can come here to viewer age. You guys can see that 50% of the views on this channel are from people between the age of 25 and 34. So that just gives you an idea of now who you're making content for. 30% is from 18 to 24 year olds, and then 18% is from 35 to 44 year olds. So now I know, okay, a good majority of my audience is between, let's say, 20 to 40 years old. So now I'm going to actually X out of this, and I'm going to show you guys the content tab. Here it's going to show you views again. Another thing that's really important is impressions. So if we read this, it's basically how many times your video thumbnails were shown to viewers. And this only includes impressions on YouTube and not on external sites or applications. So you guys can see, on a single day, this channel might have about 2,000 to 3,000 impressions. And then over here, this is the impressions click-through rate. This is very, very important for the performance of your channel. And if you read that, it's basically the views per impressions shown. And this is going to measure how often viewers watch the video after seeing an impression. AKA, if your video shows up on someone's home screen, that counts as an impression. And then if they click on that, then that's actually going to count towards this click-through rate, right? So ours is 6.3% for the last 28 days. That means that on average, for every 100 times my videos are shown to people, it's going to be clicked on 6.3 times. The higher, the better, because YouTube knows that, hey, this is a very attractive video that people want to click on. Obviously, we are going to push this video out more to the audience. And here is the average view duration. I've talked about this earlier, but very, very important. You guys can see your average view duration AVD based on every single day. And hopefully it's trending upwards, or it's at least remaining consistent. And yeah, coming down here, you can also see the key moments for your audience retention, right? So this is going to show the above typical intros, ones that had really good intros that really kept people longer than usual. So in this video, it's 76% were still watching 30 seconds in. And then here are some of the more below typical intros, right? So in this video, 50% of people were watching 30 seconds in, which is obviously not as good as these. So you guys can sort of think, what did I do differently in these good ones and what did I do in these bad ones, and sort of, adjust. If you have this video clicked on, you guys can see this is the retention. So this is what percent of people are watching at a certain point. You guys can see a pretty big drop off right here, and then it goes back up over here. So you can see 82% are watching 55 seconds in, which is pretty good. And then for most videos, yes, your retention is going to drop off as the video progresses. That is pretty normal. So you guys can see only 8% of people are still watching at the very end of this video. You can also see how viewers are finding your videos, right? So you guys can see 54% are from YouTube search, who've sort of shown this already. 14% are from browse, 11% are from suggested videos. It's just important to know where your audience views are coming from. These are for your videos. If you guys also have shorts, you guys can click on this and see the performance there. Now I'm gonna go to the audience tab. This is very, very important. You guys can see the audience returning viewers for the last 28 days here. You guys can see your unique viewers every single day right here. And you can see the subscriber growth per day right here. This is also really cool right here. This is gonna show you the videos that are specifically growing your audience the most, right? So in the last 90 days, this video right here, how to build a successful YouTube automation channel, this one has grown my audience the most. If I click on here, okay, so yes, for this video, I have 156 new viewers. I have 17 new viewers who actually returned to rewatch it, and that is out of 286 particular views. It's also gonna show your average performing videos if you wanna see those, as well as your bottom performing videos. So I'll click out of here, and normally if your channel is very established, it's gonna show you other channels that your audience watches. So this is pretty cool because you can, click on those other channels, sort of see what type of content they make, maybe get some inspiration for some content of your own. And it also shows you the other videos that your audience watched, right? So you can see the other channels your audience watched, as well as other videos. This is also gonna give you some inspiration for the types of content that your audience might find attractive to watch. So top geographies, top subtitles right here. This shows when your viewers are actually active on YouTube, right? So it's gonna go by your local time. Mine is GMT 7 hours. And in the last 28 days, you guys can see the bright spots are when the most amount of your viewers are active on YouTube. You guys can see in this case on Sundays between, let's say 6 a.m. to maybe 3 p.m. That's when a lot of my viewers are on the platform. So it might be good to post at the start of that. And that should give you guys some more initial views on your videos. And it remains sort of similar for all these different days, but check it out. Sometimes maybe you might see that, hey, my audience is really active in the mornings on weekdays, and on the weekends, they might be more active at a different time. Who knows? This shows you the number of subscribers who actually turn on all notifications for your channel. So for mine, it's 13.9% currently. It's gonna show you the typical amount on YouTube, which as it says right here is 10 to 30%. So if this number is low, you guys might want to, actually tell people, hey, not only like and subscribe, but also like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. This should help you guys get a lot more initial views right when you post your videos. Here's gonna tell you the watch time in the last 28 days from your subscribers. Here's gonna break down the watch time based on non-subscribers and subscribers. So you guys can see 94% of my watch time is actually from people that aren't subscribed, and only 5.7% are subscribed. So this means that I need to do a better job of converting people and asking for them to actually subscribe to the channel. A lot of people are watching and they're not subscribing, so we definitely do want to change that. Here's going to tell us females, males, so 78% are males that are watching the videos, as well as the age breakdown, which we went through already. And then if you guys come up here to research, this is something that they introduced recently, and you can actually, do some research on what people are searching on YouTube, as well as what people are searching on YouTube for your audience specifically. So I already typed in personal finance right here. It's going to show me all the most popular search terms. So yeah, this can give you guys some inspiration as to what types of videos you want to make. Overall, you guys, so much great information that you can find in your YouTube studio. I really recommend that you guys go to that analytics tab, go through all this information at least once every week, see what's working, see what isn't working, do some tweaks based on the information that you're seeing. And yeah, YouTube really wants us to see this information because they know, hey, if we give this information to our content creators, they can actually take that information, know how their channel's doing, know the things that are working, things that aren't working. And yeah, this should make them all better content creators. So that's why I really recommend you guys know what you're looking at, go through these things, and make it a part of your content creation journey. Anyways, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe, because we make a ton of free guides and tutorials on this channel. They're all completely free. I just really want to help my fellow entrepreneurs. And yeah, again, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.